children, today I will tell you the story of Little Red Riding Hood. Once upon a time, in a charming village in a forest, there lived a sweet and innocent girl named Red Riding Hood. She was known throughout the village for her radiant red hood, which her grandmother had lovingly made for her. Red Riding Hood wore it everywhere she went, earning her the nickname Little Red. One sunny morning, Red Hood's mother called her into the kitchen. She handed her a basket filled with freshly baked bread, fruit, and a jar of honey. "Little Red," her mother said, "your dear grandmother is feeling unwell. I want you to take this basket to her. Be sure to stay on the path and not wander into the forest." Little Red promised to obey her mother's instructions and set off on her journey to her grandmother's cottage deep in the forest. As Little Red ventured further into the wood, she felt a sense of tranquility surrounded by the towering trees and the songs of the birds. She followed the winding path, humming a cheerful tune, and completely lost track of time. A cunning wolf lurked nearby, watching her every move. The wolf had a plan to deceive Little Red and reach her grandmother's cottage before she did. The wolf approached Little Red, pretending to be friendly. "Good day, Little Red," he said with a sly grin. "Where are you headed with that lovely basket?" Little Red, unaware of the wolf's true nature, replied, "I'm on my way to visit my dear grandmother. She is not feeling well, and I'm bringing her some treats to make her feel better." The wolf, eager to reach the grandmother's cottage first, hatched a cunning scheme. He said, "How about I take a shortcut through the forest to see your grandmother's house? You can continue on the path and we'll see who gets there first." Little Red, trusting the wolf, agreed to the plan and gave him directions to her grandmother's cottage. She continued on the path while the wolf dashed through the forest, taking the shortcut. As the wolf arrived at the cottage, he knocked on the door, mimicking Little Red's voice. "Grandma, it's me, Little Red Riding Hood. I've brought you some treats." The grandmother, lying in the bed, did not suspect anything strange. She said, "Come in, dear." The wolf entered the cottage, where the poor grandmother lay waiting. In an instant, he pounced on her, and she got unconscious. The wolf hid the grandmother in the closet. Now the wolf had a wicked plan. He dressed in the grandmother's clothes and climbed into her bed, waiting for Little Red to arrive. Meanwhile, Little Red continued on the path, unaware of the danger that lurked in her grandmother's cottage. As she approached, she noticed something odd about her grandmother. "Grandma, what big ears you have!" she exclaimed. "All the better to hear you with, my dear," replied the wolf, mimicking the grandmother's voice. "Grandma, what big eyes you have!" Little Red said. "All the better to see you with, my dear," said the wolf, maintaining the disguise. "Grandma, what big teeth you have!" Little Red cried out. "All the better to eat you with," the wolf snarled as he lunged from the bed. But just as the wolf was about to reach Little Red, a brave woodcutter who had been passing by the cottage burst through the door. He had heard the commotion and rushed to the rescue. With his axe in hand, the woodcutter chased the wolf away, saving Little Red from harm. The wolf fled into the forest, never to be seen again. Little Red and her grandmother embraced, grateful for the woodcutter's bravery. She learned an important lesson about the dangers of trusting strangers and the importance of staying on the right path. And as for the wolf, He learned that deceitful plans often lead to failure, and it's better to be kind and honest rather than cunning and wicked. And so the village remained peaceful, and Little Red Riding Hood continued her journeys, always wearing her radiant red hood as a reminder of her adventures and the lessons she had learned. My dear kids, the moral of this story is never to trust strangers and always act as advised by our parents. Bye kids, see you next time.